Hello and welcome to Meet a Columban. I'm Father Jim Mulroney and I'm your host, and my guest for this segment is Noel Javier. Now, Noel is a Filipino Columban lay missionary, and up until last year, he was working in the Union of Myanmar. But when the military junta staged a coup d'etat in the country, and took total control of the government and turned it into a military government, life became very dangerous. And after some time, his bishop advised him and two other Columban lay missionaries who were with him to leave the country, both for their own safety and for the safety of the Myanmarese people around them. Now, since the coup around this time last year, in Australia, we haven't heard a lot about what is happening in Myanmar, other than the fate of Aung San Suu Kyi and also an Australian economist, Sean Turnell, who is in prison. So, Michael, welcome to Meet a Columban. And would you please share with us something about the things that you saw and the things that you heard and the things that you witnessed among the people that you know and in the streets when the coup d'etat came last year?
Thank you for this opportunity, Jim, for inviting me to this interview about what happened in Myanmar. Uh, Actually, it was started after their election. That was November, and then it was already planned, as I've heard, that it was already planned to have a coup d'etat. And then 1st of February last year, 2021, they started by cutting off all the means of communication, or even the internet, the phone. They cut everything. And then when I woke up that morning, I was wondering. What happened. Maybe I was thinking that my phone is broken, or my something's wrong with my phone. Then I realized that it was the same thing happened to with my companions. So my companion told me that maybe it is already the starting of this of what they plan, what the military plan about the big protest,
Now, it's
because they
very
forgot.
hard to imagine people living without a mobile phone and people living without their internet and
Yeah,
not
it
being
was.
able to contact
It was
people.
for
So
us.
there
It
must have
was.
been a lot of fear around it.
Mm. Yeah, for us it was really a big chaos. It was we cannot move, or we don't know what is happening in the outside world, because they really cut for the whole day. We thought that it will last for long, but after and after a day, they brought back the internet, or the signal. But we actually, the one priest was. We had an appointment that time, so he could not talk, or he could not contact me. But when he was knocking in our door, but a bit far. The gate is a bit far from the house, so I could not hear. And then I was suddenly said, "Oh, I think someone is in the outside." So I went out. So I said, "Oh, watch out!" He said, "Oh, do you have signal in your phone?" I said, "No, we don't have also." Oh, Michael, let's go somewhere, and then to do the appointment, something like that.
And
And then
what did you see when you went outside? Were people
uh,
hiding or did people come out in the street?
nothing that day, but on the second day it was started. If I'm not mistaken, second or third day.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. they already started going out, bringing all the banners to respect their votes, something like that, to give freedom for them, for Myanmar. And almost everyone was already in the outside. Almost everyone. A huge number of people in the outside in the streets. And then, yeah, that on the first day it was really huge. And then uh, we still continue, because at that time I was already starting my English class with the youth. So we still do the class that time. But someone told me that maybe it is dangerous to continue, because most of the participants during the protest were youths, young people. So uh, I told them to maybe we can stop that time.
It-
So, but
Your,
they said,
your
yeah,
students went out into the street.
yeah, they are one of the protesters.
Did they ask you to come with them?
They don't ask me, but they were asking me to, if I am aware of what is happening to their country. And so I told them, yes, I am very much aware, but sad to say, I could not join with you in your fight on the street, because for us, we are so, it's dangerous for us as a foreigner, and we are just very few in that place, and so easy for us to catch.
Now
So
you
that's why
were,
we decided not really to even looking on them on the street. It's really hard for us.
now you were living in the city of Barmal,
Yes, yes,
which is on the Irrawaddy River. I think that
yes,
was an old British town. It was a trading port. It was a military headquarters, and on and off the
yes.
Burmese have also occupied that place as a military headquarters. It's an important
Mm.
city in terms of trade, transport, and also military. So was the atmosphere in your town of Barmal maybe more tense than in some other parts of the country? Were
At that
people
time,
maybe,
there's, yeah.
were people
Mm.
maybe more afraid?
Actually, at that time, it was not that tense as in the place of Yangon or in the place of Mandalay, in the big cities. It's more, I can say, more dangerous, because really a lot of killings in there, a lot of burnings of belongings, a lot of, violence. But in Bamo, it seems like, not, I cannot say normal, but it seems lesser tense, because we can see only the visibility of the military in every corner, but the violence is not really that much. But nor at night, they really work at night. They catch all the, especially the leaders of the protest.
Mm.
They catch them. That's why one of my student, uh, he was one of the leaders during the protest. He didn't live in his house, or let's say most of the young people, they are living outside their house,
Yeah.
especially at night,
So
especially at night.
they're
Yeah.
afraid to go home, huh?
Yes, they're afraid, because they might be caught, or I don't know. Yeah, that's the big fear. And then they cannot be, but still they continue to protest. And then later on, day by day, the number became lesser. for the protest, because maybe there's a resistance against the military, in the military side. So that's why. So, but every night I could hear also, or we could hear the banging of their frying pan, and to make noise every 8 o'clock in the evening. They really make noise, and for us, it's really frustrating, because really we could not join with their, even in that sense, in making noise, because maybe there's somebody can hear us, and then maybe they could say a report to the government or to the military that these people are joining the protest, something like that. So we could easily be catch by the
Now,
government or by the
I
military.
think at some stage you asked for advice from the bishop about what you should do.
Yeah.
What did he tell you?
Yeah, that time we invited the bishop to have lunch in the house. So because it was already a month already, after it was started, so we invited the bishop and trying to ask what we are going to do, because the Columbans were already asking us to leave, especially the leadership team of the lay missionary. They're asking us to, when are we going to leave? And then, so I was also thinking, because for me it's still safe. For me it was still safe, because I didn't join any of their activities, especially the protest. So for me there's nothing wrong. But when the bishop told us during our lunch, and he presented the situation, that time, the very beginning, the tension was still in the big cities, but it will come sooner or later to some rural areas, or some to the mountain side, something like that. So that's why he was also worried for our safety. So he said that for you, foreigner, I think much better to leave by this time, and then you can come back when the situation will be okay, he said. So he really said, he really mean it, that in that what he said. So that's why and we heard that there was a relief flight going back to the Philippines. So we tried to also to grab it, but our problem was uh, how we can travel from Bamo to Yangon, because that time
And it's a
flights were,
long way, huh?
yes, yes, Jim, yeah, yeah, that yeah, the domestic flight was cancelled from Bamo to Yangon,
Yes.
and then it's not safe for us also to travel uh, by bus, and then a lot of checkpoints we can encounter. And yeah, so we ask again the help of the bishop to use his vehicle,
Mm.
because his vehicle, it has um, signage that he is it's something like a VIP
Oh, okay.
person. So
So you became a VIP so you could go home.
yeah.
Uh, you have been back in the Philippines for some time now,
Mhm.
but do you still have contact with your students and people that you know in Myanmar?
Yes, yes, yes. From time to time, I used to have a conversation with them, or they take time to call me.
And what do they tell you?
Yeah, they said that it's still getting worse. The situation is still getting worse, and this time is still silent. The situation seems like one of the youth told me that he likes to have like a big bomb, something like that, rather than this silence, something like that. So it will finish everything, something like, yeah. But I said just be patient. Yeah. Although they act like normal, but we know that it's not really normal.
Now, people, I presume, still go to work. The schools still open.
No, schools are closed,
Schools
but
are
some,
closed.
yeah, some of them are working. Yeah, still going on with their current job. But yeah, really, still the tension still there. Yeah,
And what about churches? Are they open?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They said that. I said because there's still COVID, and they said that, oh, we are not afraid of COVID, but we are afraid of militaries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's understandable. But
Yeah.
has there been food shortages or difficulties of that kind?
Food and everything in Myanmar this time are really increasing, especially the price.
Yes. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's really is increasing, but yeah, they have nothing to do because everything was controlled. Everything is really controlled by the military. But there are some products that they are really how to say boycott. They don't buy
Okay.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm. Mm.
Now you are back in the Philippines now, and I see you're wearing a very nice hat.
Thank you.
Could you, where does the hat come from? Can you tell us something about the hat, please, Michael?
About this hat, this is one of the traditional Kachin, let's say traditional costume. When they dance the Manao dance, Manao is the victory dance. Yeah, this is one of their hat that they are going to
Oh,
wear
okay.
during the
I
dance.
thought you might be wearing it because you're like me with no hair on the top
Not
of your
really.
head. But I see you have a little.
Almost.
Anyway, Michael, thank you for sharing your experience with us.
Thank
And,
you, Jim.
and we'd like to ask people to pray for the people of Myanmar and support them in their struggle. And we wish you all the best and hope you get the opportunity to return to Myanmar quickly.
Hopefully, I can return to Myanmar, yes, soon. Yeah.
Thank you very much. I'm Jim Mulroney, and I've been talking to Michael Javier, a Columban lay missionary from the Philippines, who has been working in Myanmar.
Thank you, Jim.